Imagine setting out on a journey, expecting nothing but solitude and your own thoughts for company. But then life throws you a curveball. And that's exactly what happened to me on the Camino de Santiago. I thought I was in for a solo adventure, but instead I found myself in the heart of a social whirlwind that changed everything. Today I want to talk about one of the most delightful surprises I encountered while walking the Camino. The sheer joy of spontaneous social interactions. In our modern, digitally obsessed world, we've grown too accustomed to solitude and abstract productivity. We've become so used to being by ourselves and to working in a digital and abstract way. Alone time has become a comfortable safe haven, almost shielding us from the potential awkwardness of unwanted attention or interaction when we don't have any attention to spare. And don't get me wrong, I love my alone time, in my own little bubble too. So when I first set out on the Camino, the picture I had in my mind was of me as a lone wanderer, walking for a month and talking only to order food at most. But then suddenly, I was surrounded by all these people. And I initially thought that would be exhausting. Because little did I know, the Camino would transform into one of the most socially enriching experiences of my life. And this is coming from someone raised in a boarding school. So I'm no stranger to constant company. In our hyper-connected, yet socially disconnected world, we've become strangers to the subtle art of reading between the lines in communication. But this skill is essential for truly understanding ourselves and others. By paying close attention to non-verbal cues, we can understand people on a deeper level, rather than just the surface level personas they present. We are forgetting how to observe people because we are so rarely immersed among them anymore. We're so used to seeing people's curated online personas that we forget how to truly observe and understand the real, unfiltered human being behind the screen. And the Camino immerses you in a social baptism. And yet it never feels forced. On the contrary, it feels like rediscovering an innate human skill that we were always meant to nurture. And before I knew it, I was picking up on everyone's little quirks and mannerisms, their unspoken vibes and moods. And that goes both ways. Just as you are beginning to see others again, you are also seen by them. And whether it's laughing over a tired tortilla or quietly commiserating over blistered feet or a cold day, there was always a natural familiarity with each other on the Camino. A sense of being seen, heard, and understood on a soul level that our fractured world so desperately lacks. In the absence of filters and facades, we were laid bare before one another. Flaws, vulnerabilities, idiosyncrasies, all beautifully exposed and accepted without judgment. Isn't that the true basis of connection? Allowing ourselves to be seen, quirks and all. In a time obsessed with broadcasting our personal brands, there's a lot of wisdom in tuning into the frequency of what remains unsaid. It is in the spaces between words that some of the most meaningful connections are forged. And walking the Camino gives you plenty of time to do just that. And if I had to name one outstanding thing from my Caminos, it would be the connection and the laughter shared between pilgrims. So much laughter. That, to me, was one of the greatest pleasures and surprises of walking the Camino. It isn't just the path itself, but the people you meet on it. So, my fellow listeners or viewers, I encourage you to embrace the spontaneous connections that come your way, whether on the Camino or in your daily life. That's not me, that's my dog, by the way. Allow yourself to be seen, quirks and all, and take the time to truly see others in return. You might just be surprised by the depth of connection and joy that awaits you. So until next time, this is Storyteller signing off.